Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Machete Monday. I'm glad to be here. I hope you're glad as I am that I'm here. All right, so if it gets a little noisy behind you, we got a big machine right back behind you that's cutting a pond out right now, big old earth mover. And yeah, so just bear with it. Behind me here, in front of you, we have a bunch of solidago, some kind of ragweed, and a bunch of rubus, a bunch of dewberry. This is some nasty stuff, nasty on the knuckles, that's for sure. So I got a glove on, bring this stuff in and let you kind of see what she's all about. And yeah, let's just get into it. All right, so we have the jungle machete from Cold Steel. And just like in that initial review, I knew I was gonna be locking in on the back part of this handle. It kind of feels good. I'm kind of hinging on it. I hope we don't find Jake the No Shoulders in here, because it's about 80 degrees outside and I've seen a few already. Hopefully we'll just scare them all off, right? They're more scared of you than you are of them. I just keep telling myself that. Look at that. Wow, how'd I get so far? All right, that's at least 25, 30 feet, and that's a boulevard. You can land an airplane on that. Let's go find something harder. Okay, so my first gripe of the day, get out of my way, tree, is this thing's not like a quick draw kind of machete. It's got that retention deal right here, and I guess I could walk around with it like that, but there's been a few times that I've wanted to pull this out, but I got to undo a button, and it doesn't really come out as easy as I'd want. This is some camphor that you have in front of you, an invasive species here in North America, I guess the Atlantic Gulf Coast, and we have a camphor we're just going to kind of limb up right here. Yeah, no problems, not a single problem. So yeah, I'm not mad about limbing up this tree. I bet I could take this whole thing down in just a few swings. It would do the rest of this undergrowth a favor, because right here we have some native stuff. If you can see this is cinnamon fern, and this camphor canopy is kind of choking it out a little bit. So what do you say we just get stupid on it? Yeah, it's a chopper, buddy. Handle's a little slick, and maybe that's these stupid gloves. I tell you what, even though camphor is invasive, this stuff smells great. It's almost eucalyptus-y. Yeah, drop that tree. That's a 4-inch tree. All right, let's go find something harder. If you're into tractors, you'll get a kick out of this thing. It's a fabulous monster. About to get dusty. Look at that sucker. That's wild, man. I'm trudging around out here trying to find some fat wood that we can use on this jungle machete, and look what I'm tripping all over. Some of the prettiest golden chanterelles. I know what's for dinner tonight, buddy. All right, I gotta get some more of these. Dun 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 dun. And somebody said, why does Darth Vader always show up whenever you go to hit chop fat wood? Well, because it's like, I don't know, because it's a song I like. Get over it. All right, I think we have some fat wood here. I'm not finding much on this property. This is just gonna have to do until we can get back to the house where we have our very own piece of fat wood. So far so good with the jungle Machete. I don't think we have any bending or any edge rolling. It looks the same as when we got it, but I got my mind on chanterelle mushrooms and I want to pick some of those. So this sucker is just gonna have to do for now. Let's get her. That felt weird. All right. Yeah, the handle feels better without the glove on. Yeah, it's not, we got a little bit of resiny stuff happening out on the front, but this tree obviously snapped from the top during a hurricane and it didn't have the time. It didn't die standing up. It snapped right up here and we don't have the sap running back down in it, but we're still gonna cut her down because that still feels pretty hard. This thing is a beast, buddy. It's a chopper. It's a chopper. Ooh. The handle does feel better. It's you really have to hold it. You really have to make sure your pinky finger is staying right there because that little kick out is sharp. And it's no fun whenever you miss. All right. So that's about a 6-inch log of some well and dead pine. Yeah, buddy. Looks like we had a little bit of fatness in there. Not much though. We got some back at the house. Look, I've been thinking about it, and we're probably gonna ruffle some feathers of some tree huggers since we cut down that camphor tree and didn't use it for any firewood or anything like that. Listen. There are trees out there to hug, and there are trees out there not worth hugging. Get educated on the ones that are native and that are good to your area, and the ones that aren't, the reason that they're a problem is these trees come over here from China all the way on that side, just all the trees from that side of the map, a lot of them do, and they don't have any natural pests. They don't have bugs or, different things like that that keep these trees in check. So they literally grow like wildfire, and it chokes off the native vegetation to particularly this area. Alabama is very hot, it's very wet, and everything likes to grow here. So keeping stuff like that in check, cutting down a 4-inch camphor tree. Listen, next year, that stump is gonna have 8 more shoots coming off of it, 8 branches, and that thing is gonna be just as bushy as ever because those things are, they grow like wildfire. All right, we'll go back to the house and we'll get a proper piece of fat wood. No problems with the dead pine so far. Lucy, I'm home. All right, so we're not gonna be chopping this mamma jamma inside the workshop anymore because I'll be picking up fat wood probably for the rest of the time that I live here. There's little chunks of this stuff everywhere. This is some super dense, high quality fat wood. The cold steel jungle machete. Hang on, let me see if I can get you guys close. There we go, that's a little bit better. All right. Ooh. Yeah, you can feel that vibrate in your hand. Oh no. We've got a little bit of edge deformation. Can you see that? It's just a little bit of rolling happening right there. That could be knocked out with a file though. I tell you what, man, next time I mow this lawn, I'm gonna hit some of this fat wood. It's gonna sound like rocks. Yeah, so that's not getting any better. Maybe it was just a burr. Maybe it was a burr that was already on this thing that I didn't take the time to roll off. The rest of it doesn't look like it's doing too poorly. I think it's a strong little machete. See if y'all can see some of this stuff. There's some more. It's some good stuff. All right. The Jungle Machete by Cold Steel. I think it's an okay little machete. I'd like to see if maybe I put my own edge on there if that wouldn't happen. She's still straight for $20. I'm not complaining. Look, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for your subscriptions and for your likes and your comments. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that some of you guys are glad that I'm back. So let's all be glad together. Ain't no need to write a song.